Okay. All right, should I hit the intro?
We're recording?
Yep.
Okay.
We're live.
Hello, let's hit the intro.
Hey, my name is Lucas.
And my name is Jacob.
The Bro Show Podcast. Why didn't we should have remixed a country version for this episode.
Oh.
Because this is the country episode. Welcome to the Outback.
And when we say country, we mean country.
Oh, welcome to the rural areas.
So I will say, even though, it's true. We grew up in the country.
Yeah, we grew up around cornfields and stuff, and we decided, you know what? We grew up in a country background, but we don't know that much stuff about country music, that's a shame. We need to educate ourselves. I don't know anything about country music. All I know is Carrie Underwood, Tim McGraw, Taylor Swift.
Carrie Underwood.
I said that, right?
Yeah, you did.
And like Miranda Lambert. Like, of course I know the crossover country. I even know some like classic country songs like Strawberry Wine by Deanne Carter.
How does that go?
Like, strawberry wine. It's about her losing her virginity at 17 on her grandpa's farm.
Oh,
and then
everyone.
and then she visits back to like the cornfield where she banged, and she's like, everything's changed, but like I'm just older now and stuff. Because she was like 21, and she was like, I'm so old now. Like I was 17 back then.
The sad thing about this podcast is that it reminded me of I don't know if you did this, but I remember in school, it's always a trend to hate country music, but
Oh, yeah.
there is certain countries. Okay, so I'm not saying that I'm a fan of country music. I do like certain country songs. Like, for example, I know if you're like a true country fan, you might not consider her full-on country, but Marilyn Morris has some good songs. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, she has a song that goes like, if I was rich, bands in the driveway, yacht in the water, mandolin.
She also had like a top 5 hit this year.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Bones.
The
If the bones are good. The whole
Do you know what that's about?
No, this is the funny thing. Before I actually knew what that was about, I literally thought it was just about like drinking milk and having strong bones. So where did God?
Doesn't it just mean like when the bones are good of like a relationship?
Yeah, but she's talking about like the bones are good of a house, right? Isn't that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Like if the bones
Wait.
are good, like you can knock down the whole house, but like a hurricane.
But the family is still gonna be there.
Or like I thought the structure of the house would still be there. But then obviously that's a metaphor for like the bones of a relationship.
Yeah.
But I thought she meant like, just like drink milk and stuff. Because like when the bones are good, the
yeah.
rest don't matter.
But just to preface, when I said like literally 30 seconds ago, do you know what that song's about? Okay, that gives such like I just know everything, like indie girl at a coffee shop energy, because people, like, it's so funny when people say, do you know what that song's about? And then they go in a 5-minute depth, and it's like, unfortunately, I went on the Genius page, and you aren't a writer of the song, so why are you
I
acting
feel like
you
I
are?
do that a lot though. Or like
I do
always
that too, but it's just funny.
where I say like, oh yeah, like the lyrics, and people are like, oh, I don't even notice the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, like I do. Like I'm the type of person like I like really dissect the lyrics, but like if you just listen for the beat, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's like always my vibe.
A deeper meaning to everything.
But I feel like growing up, since we did grow up in like kind of a country area, we went to country schools. Like we lived in like a town, obviously, but like there were in-town schools and then the country schools, and we go to the country schools. And I remember I did kind of feel like I wasn't like the other girls, because I remember like when when you did like an art project in school and they'd be like, let's turn on some music. They would always turn on CMT, Country Music TV.
Oh.
And I remember I always just like, please just like play Christina Aguilera or something. So I kind of was like an outsider, you know? Because like everyone was so into country, but like I was more of like into like the Britneys and Jessica Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm gonna also coin that. I was that too, because I remember when I was in elementary school, people would like, so I was kind of like the like pop culture boy. I remember telling you about this a few months ago, and I just randomly thought about it, and it made me laugh so much. Like there was multiple times we'd be like getting ready for recess or something in like 4th grade or 3rd or whatever, and people would say, and like not people, like one of my like pills in my class would say like, there's this song on the radio that's like so good, and it goes like dun, dun, dun. And then they'd like hum the song or sing it.
Yeah.
And then I'd always like know the song, and I'd say, oh yeah, like it's a new Cully Clarkson song. It's so good. It's so
You'd have like
funny
the whole
because
backstory for everyone.
yeah, because like somehow I don't know if I just heard it on the radio them talking about like the song, but like I kind of was like the pop culture boy, but not like main. That wasn't like my main trait, but I was like that was like one of like people.
That's funny. Like you were like known as like the E-News boy. Like at recess, they'd be like, "Oh, like Jacob, like what's going on with the scandal?"
Yeah, like it was basically like the soup, but I was the soup.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, iconic. But before we get into more of the country, we have to give a little bit of a shout out to Bro of the Week. Lucy and Ruby, her dog. She said that Ruby also enjoys the podcast. Iconic.
I just don't know if she does though. She looks a little bit annoyed.
Oh yeah, let me see.
No, she doesn't.
She's tired. You can tell Ruby's tired.
Yeah,
And
she's
Lucy's keeping her awake. You know, like when you make your dog stay awake because you want to play with it, but it's like I want to go to bed.
But yeah, Lucy's bro of the week. So congrats on being bro of the week.
Yeah, thank you.
Did she tell us any stories or anything?
No, she just said that's her dog Ruby. And yeah, but Lucy, a little fun fact. I always thought like if I would have been a girl, like Lucy would have been my name.
I love the name. Like Lucy actually reminds me so much of just like I don't know. It's a good name.
Wait, I don't know what I'm going. I didn't even let it sink in. You're so right. Like I swear to God, I've never met anyone named Lucy.
I know. I feel like Lucy is one of those names when someone says Lucy, I automatically picture Icon from the 40s.
Oh my,
I automatically think of that.
That is such a cool name to have in 2021. Lucy. Like you do just like, I feel like you'd live like a Dita Von Teese. How do you say her name? Dita Von Teese. You know that kind of like girl who like, she lives like she's in the 1920s?
Oh, yeah.
Or I don't know what era she lives in, but like she did a house tour and like her oven was even old. It's like, girl, just get an Instant Pot.
I remember that. Yeah, that's funny.
But like since your name's Lucy, I feel like you should start living that lifestyle. That's iconic, Lucy. There needs to be a pop star named Lucy.
I know, like, okay, oh wait, the only person I know that's named Lucy, and I don't even know this person. Lucy Hale. That's the only person I can think of.
And also there was Lucy Liu. She was in Charlie's Angels.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never met someone in real life. Have you?
I don't think so, if I'm remembering right. And what?
I wonder if this girl loved I Love Lucy, like growing up. Cause she was like,
yeah.
Oh my God, that's my name.
Wasn't your show filmed on the old I Love Lucy set?
Oh,
Robin
yeah.
Robin? Did you ever see her ghost?
No, is she dead?
Yeah, I think so.
But
yeah. Well, that's so mean if she isn't. Let me see.
What if she's like literally like 40?
What's her? I Love Lucy.
Obviously she isn't 40. Lucille Ball.
Okay, I just see the cast and then click on her. Oh, I'm assuming. Yeah, she sadly died in 1989. God bless.
Oh my God, R.I.P. She's a comedic icon. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting the Patreon. If you guys ever want to be bro of the week and get shouted out by us bros on this gigantic podcast, then head on over to lucasandjacob.com and join the top tier of the Patreon to join the sweepstakes. Love you, Lucy.
We just have the same energy as the morning show. What is it called? Something I just like think it's funny for some reason. Live with Cully and Ryan. You know that show?
Oh my God, I went through a stage where I watched that show in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Like now, whenever I wake up and eat breakfast, I always watch YouTube. But there was a stage where I'd always watch morning shows. I'd watch like The View, but then like
that's a good one. I like The View.
But I stopped doing that because it'd get me in a bad mood right away. They go into deep ass like political topics, which I love. But like I don't want to watch that right when I wake up because I'm just like so mad at Meghan McCain.
That show is like it is a good show, but like I don't watch it all the time. But like but I sometimes like just watch old episodes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
the YouTube channel uploads clips, and sometimes I watch them because like I just like their take on the topics.
Oh yeah, I need to like get back into The View.
And then I like how they sometimes I love how they argue too. Like, but it's not as good. If you guys have watched the COVID ones, have you? It's not as good because like they don't argue as much. Like I loved it when someone was talking and then and then they like said, okay, it's time for commercial break, and then just cut them off.
Oh yeah,
I love when that happens.
That's always like Whoopi, because Whoopi's like the main girl. She's the host, and she always would have the power to be like, "You can't say your take. Like we're going to commercial."
I know, like,
which I love having that power.
Yeah, and it was so funny because there was like certain times where I was like, "Wait, is it commercial break though?"
Like that's so funny. It's like someone's disagreeing, and she just sends it to commercial. And the producers are like, "We didn't have anything scheduled, but I guess go to commercial."
That's so funny.
Those shows always seem so stressful. How like they're always so like, it seems like everything has to be so rushed because like they have to fit in these commercials. It's all live. Like it seems so stressful.
Yeah. Same with the
Wendy.
no, well, Wendy, and then, like, well, basically all those shows. What I was thinking of was Bravo, Watch What Happens Live.
Oh yeah, he always
it seems like he's like, okay, during season 1, what did you think of this? And they only have like 20 seconds to answer.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like so quick.
That's also happened with the Wendy show, where like she's in the middle of a story about her weekend, where like she goes so in depth about like everything she ate over the weekend, and like she's like, okay, the producer told me to wrap it up, but I have to tell you one more thing, and it's like they're probably so stressed because they're like, we have to get through these commercials.
Oh yeah, we need to make the money too, though.
Oh yeah, but what are we saying? Okay, the funniest morning show though is Live with Kelly and Ryan, because like that show is so funny because it seems like they have no like plan. They're just like sitting on this thing, like having coffee, talking.
Yeah, it just like seems like yeah, like you said, and they have a list of 5 topics. There's no bullet points under those 5 topics, and they just talk about it.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we're doing a whole episode on country. Let me just go to YouTube and type in some country royalty-free music. Okay, just to like get the vibe going, you know?
I love your YouTube oh, this is the podcast YouTube recommended.
This is 7 hours of no copyright country and folk music. This isn't what I was expecting.
So
I was expecting like, I want like the stereotypical country music where it's
like,
go
ding, ding.
down, door to.
yeah, because in my mind, like, okay, obviously they're like in this video they're like mixed together, folk and country. But I've listened to like the only folk that I like know that I've listened to because I knew it was folk is like both of the Taylor Swift's albums, and I feel like folklore is more of like a Lana Del Rey. Like it's more of just like telling a story. Like I would like I feel like folk. I play like folk more than country.
Also,
It's
a
more
lot
like-
of Kesha music is folk music.
Oh,
You know when
yeah,
she does
whole-
like the "Don't Let the Bastards Get You Down," like she does her like more like country type music.
Oh yeah, I like that.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but so growing up, I always didn't like country because I didn't want to fit in with my peers at my country school. So I automatically was like, oh, I don't like country. I even remember one time there was the President Bush versus, what was the other guy's name? It was like some Democrat guy. I forgot what his name even was. This is when I was in like 5th or 4th grade. So whatever that election was.
Yeah,
You
I don't
probably
know.
wouldn't know because you would have been like 3.
Yeah.
But
I was so into politics
I remember
back then.
I was like, I felt so cool because like everyone, for some reason we had to make posters about what president we were going for, and I went for the Democrat, and everyone was like, ew, what? And I was like, yeah, like you guys, like abortion should be legal and all this stuff.
You didn't say abortion should be legal.
But I remember I did take a stand, and then like I remember even at racism, people came up to me and said, you don't actually like that guy, right? And it's like, why do we have such strong opinions in 5th grade? Like, what is going on here?
I remember being in 2nd grade, and then like they would like do these student votes.
Yeah.
Well, so like during the actual presidential election, the students would vote just to see. And
Yeah?
I remember like it was like it was like the 2008 election, so I think it was like Mitt Romney against Obama.
Yeah.
And I remember like voting for Obama, like, and it was just so funny because I kind of remember like being like, should I vote? Because it was kind of like if I vote for him, then my like other students will know. So like I just don't know if they're gonna like make fun of me.
I'm trying to find out who it was. It must have been the 2004 election. Let me see. Oh, John Kerry was the person I made the poster for.
But why did we have such strong political beliefs?
That must have been like
it
in
was
fourth
just,
grade.
Not the moms, the parents in general.
Yeah, but like that back when I was in like fourth grade, I was like confident enough to take a stand against everyone. But like I feel like then when I got into middle school, like that all went away. Cause you're like middle school, like you just turn into an insecure person. And that's when I was like, oh, I'll blend in with everyone. Like, yeah, I'm so Republican, guys.
Yeah, and then
I love country music.
Yeah, you just become insecure and it never goes away.
Oh yeah, it's stuck with you for the rest of your life. But so yeah, if you're in fourth grade, like really enjoy it. But
so funny. Someone getting out of fourth grade watching like okay, it's like that has like obviously happened. It's bound to happen with YouTube, but like something so funny about that.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, so like I was saying, in elementary school, I didn't like country music. I don't know how I got on that whole presidential thing. Because I didn't like country music, but then...
Oh, because when you think of country music, you think of Republicans.
Or I would think I was saying I didn't want to be like anyone else.
Oh,
so even
yeah.
everyone in my school loved country music and like was going for Bush. And like I tried to take a stand against it for some reason. I was just trying to rebel against the system of my country school. But then in high school, my best friend, and also like in middle, like my best friend was so into country music. And then I actually started listening and I was like, this is actually good. Like I got into it. And then I started becoming a fan of like Miranda Lambert and like all these people. So then I started like actually liking country music. So I do sometimes go through stages where I like country music.
So that's your country story?
Yeah, like now I'm not like, oh my God, I know every release and I'm so up to date. But like now, like I do enjoy country music. Like I love like listening to Wanted by Hunter Hayes. Like,
oh yeah.
And like mostly I'm into like the girl country music. But then when I hear like people listening to the guy country music and it's all like about drinking Bud Light and like stuff, I'm like, oh, this is like good, like happy music. Like I appreciate it. What's like your current opinion on country music?
So, when I was growing up, I thought some country songs were good. Like, as I was saying, it was always a thing to hate country music, at least in like my class.
Oh.
So then
Even at the country school?
No, it was like more at like but like I feel like at that school, like it was like if you liked country, like that was actually normal.
Oh, yeah.
But other schools, it was kind of like, oh, but then I was like, oh, there's some good country songs. But like, to be honest, like there is good country songs. I just don't ever listen to them. Like, I would say with like pop music, hip hop, or like, what do I listen to? Like pop, R&B.
Trap.
Like, yeah. Like Fuddy Wap type music. I like that music like 10 out of 10. And then with country music, it's more of a 5 out of 10. See how I'm vibing with it.
Oh yeah, like Casey Musgraves, obviously, like that's good.
Oh, High Horse, Rainbow. Yeah,
and even just like that Gabby, what's her name, Gabby Barrett, who like has all the hit songs now, like
from American Idol.
Yeah, what's like that song? Like, I hope he cheats on
I
you.
hope he cheats like he did on me.
And she has another one like, he's one of the good ones.
Oh, yeah.
I actually, when I did
haven't heard
research
that
for this
one.
podcast, that's a #1 country song on Billboard right now.
It is?
Currently, Gabby Barrett is ruling the country charts with one of the good ones.
I'm just so happy that someone from American Idol is doing so good. I think she won in like 2017 or something.
Like, people always say like, no one from those shows like does anything, but she's literally ruling country world.
Yeah.
She rules all of us.
Let's just get into it. I actually kind of wanted to talk about that. I feel like, so I actually Googled it and I Googled what percent, or I just didn't, I Googled what American Idol winners were country. Because I have this theory and I think it's not proven, but I believe it. If you're winning American Idol and you're in the genre of country, you're way more likely to be successful than if you're in the genre of pop.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with country, you can have a longer career, where with pop, people judge you way more. But this is just all my perception. I'm not a music label person, but that's what I see. And then, so basically when I Googled it, Kelly Clarkson came up and like, I wouldn't consider her country, but her like old music kind of is.
No, she came up in my research too about country, but they said she dabbled in it. Which I haven't even heard her country songs. She has country songs?
Honestly, I don't really remember either. And then the other one was Gabby Barrett. But then I couldn't
Wait, Carrie Underwood?
Oh, yeah, I think Carrie Underwood, obviously. But I couldn't really... But yeah, I feel like if you're on American Idol, so like if you are going to go on American Idol, like you should do country music.
Yeah. Also, we have talked about this before, how if you were like a really good singer, it would be a hard choice. Like, should I be a country singer or a pop singer? Because like country, like you said, I feel like you do have a way longer career. Like, I feel like country fans, like if you have a good album, like they will stick with you. They're loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Carrie Underwood, for example, like she doesn't have to always be in the press and like have these scandals to keep her afloat. Like her fans just will, they're loyal.
Well, it's like if you're like a main pop star, so Katy Perry, Cardi B isn't a pop star, she's a rap star, but like let's just say she's a pop star because she's like so big. But if you're in that group, I feel like if you have a song come out and it like just doesn't immediately go on the Billboard top 10, it's like all of their fans are saying like, I like this song, it's flopping, so it's like, wait, what's happening with you? But like, I'm assuming when like Carrie Underwood releases a song, I'm not part of her fan base, but like I don't feel like people are saying she's a flop.
Is
but
there?
I don't know. I just don't feel like people would call her a flop if like the album isn't at number one.
Yeah, because with pop music, like you said, there's this huge stan Twitter community where like they analyze your every move. Oh my God, oh it's not charting high. I guess you're done. Bye.
Yeah.
But then like in the country world, is there a stan world we don't know about where like they will message Tim McGraw like, you're flopping, sis?
That is something I want to know because this is all just like me making up because like I'm not on like Reddit and Twitter looking at like country stats and stuff. So
I bet
like
you there is a small stan community where they message like Kenny Chesney and they're like, girl, release, like we're forgetting about you, like you're irrelevant or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they're like, girl, didn't even peak in the top 5, like whatever, go back to like your, I don't even know. I was gonna say barn, but like, why am I being so stereotypical?
But yeah, like that is like a huge topic. I feel like country stars versus pop stars. Like it's so, I feel like it's just so different. And then I'm pretty sure if you're a country star, you can still, well, this is for, I'm not pretty sure. Like these like big, like not like these like big people that do country music still sell out arenas.
Oh
yeah,
they're like gigantic.
Oh yeah, like that's something that's like crazy about it too. Like it isn't like they're like not making as much money as these pop stars.
And it does seem like if you're a country star, like we said, like you gotta live a more low-key life. I mean, maybe it is a thing. Like I feel like you can live in like Nashville in the country and like you can, like your recording studio, like you just feel like your life is more low-key. Like you don't have to do all this crazy shit. Like you're just sort of living like a normal life is what I picture. But it probably isn't like that.
Yeah.
But then again, watching the show Nashville, where it's about it's like a drama show about like behind the scenes of the country world, like they were like living crazy lives. So maybe it isn't what it seems from the outside.
Was that was that show like scripted or real?
It was scripted with Hayden Panettiere. I think
Oh,
it was like really big.
But it was like based on real life.
No, I think it was just about Hayden Panettiere was like this really big, like almost like Taylor Swift country superstar, but then like she went down like a kind of like reckless path, like doing like partying all the time, and like it was just about like her. Then there was like an older girl who was like the legend country girl, and it was really good. Also, Gwyneth Paltrow did a whole movie about being a country star.
She did? Now she's married to a country star.
Wait, is she?
Yeah, she's married to Blake Shelton, I'm pretty sure.
Wait,
What?
who did I say? Gwyneth Paltrow isn't Gwen Stefani.
Wait, did you say Gwyneth Paltrow?
Oh, I meant Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Gwen Stefani.
I was like,
and when you said Gwen Stefani was in a movie, I was like, I had no idea she was a movie star.
Oh yeah, no, Gwyneth Paltrow. But yeah, so what did you research for this topic? I did more of like the backstory of country music.
So I wanted to research a few country stars, but then I realized that I was just going down a hole where it was like, what am I researching? So I feel like mine's pretty quick, honestly.
You just kind of did random tidbits.
Yeah, so I wanted to research Carrie Underwood. So let me just say what I wanted to say. Basically, I researched these country stars, but then it was like, I feel like I'm not immersed in country enough to know what I'm supposed to be researching. So then I researched these country stars, and I worked out a few articles for each of them. And it just was saying like their accomplishments, and it's just like, I feel like we don't need to know about that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so Carrie Underwood, first can we just talk about how her debut album had Jesus Take the Whale and Before He Cheats?
2 songs that like people to this day like love.
I know. Jesus Take the Whale, like whenever I think of that now, I think of the Vine.
Yeah, has that been a TikTok trend yet?
Well, wait, you know the Vine that I'm talking about,
Oh,
right?
yeah, what?
Obviously.
But dude, has that been a TikTok trend yet where they're like, me when I'm like blacked out, like, and I can't get home.
Wait,
like,
what
Jesus
hasn't?
take the wheel.
Oh, yeah. Wait, okay, just a
Not
mini
about like
segment.
driving. I'm saying like, just like help me get home. I'm not saying drive when you're drunk.
Oh, yeah, but like, I thought the whole joke was like you shouldn't drive while you're drunk, but like these dumbasses.
I just mean like I think that would be a funny song to use in a TikTok where like you're in a situation where like you don't know what to do. Like even just like when I say something offensive at a family reunion, it's like Jesus, take the wheel,
yeah,
take it from my hand.
We should do a mini segment saying like these should be like the new like
TikTok songs?
Yeah, like the new TikTok songs.
Yeah, because we also thought of a really good one this
This
weekend.
is a really good one.
Okay, this song, everyone might not know this, but Witness by Katy Perry. It's like, it wasn't ever a single, but it sounds like, can I be a can I get a witness? A witness.
I actually like that song.
But I was thinking like, that'd be such a funny TikTok trend of like, what was it again?
Oh yeah, so basically the TikTok trend, it like would be like you being you. So like, okay, so like it would just be like a green screen behind you.
Yeah.
And then you would put like, you'd like put something crazy in the text, and you'd say like when I'm like hooking up with my best friend's mom, and it's like, can I get a win?
Oh yeah, just be like
I was just thinking like really crazy shit that isn't actually happening.
Or be like a really
funny.
weird situation like, I can't even think of an example.
It was so funny
It seemed so funny at the time.
Yeah, because it was so funny just picturing people saying crazy shit, and then in the background, can I get a witness?
And then it's so funny because the chorus says, I just need a witness to help me get through this. But I thought it would also be like if you were like had like a funny like Tinder message behind you, like a guy messaged you the weirdest thing, and it's like, can I get a witness? Because you're just like, I don't want to be the only one to like have to read this.
That also would be so funny. It doesn't only have to be like crazy shit.
But yeah, so if like Charlie D'Amelio, if you're watching, like those are some TikTok ideas if you want to start that.
Okay, now so Carrie Underwood, she rose to fame from American Idol, and then I also researched other country stars that rose to fame from American Idol, and I couldn't really find much.
Kelly Pickler.
She is from American Idol?
Mm-hmm. Gabby Barrett.
Yeah, I could. So basically, the ending point on Carrie Underwood was couldn't find much to that, but she's very, very cool, obviously.
So basically, you're just saying like she had a boring life or what?
No, because like basically when I was researching, like she had like a childhood that was like, I mean, it was just like I just feel like it was just like she's so successful, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then Dolly Parton, like when I thought of country, I literally didn't think of Dolly Parton because I don't think of Dolly Parton as a country star. I just think of her as an icon.
I know, like
I
a
just
legend.
group her as an icon.
That is so weird that she's a living legend. Like usually when you think of like these legends, like it's like Lucille Ball. Like you're like, oh, they like aren't with us anymore. But like she's still here and she's like a legend. That's so cool.
I know. So Dolly Parton, as I said, like I didn't really think. I mean, I knew that she was a country star. I just don't think of her like that. But then. So a couple of things I wanted to point out about Dolly Parton. This was actually not in the article, but it was in a YouTube video that I watched or something. Where she lived in this small town and like she grew up really poor. She had like 12 siblings and she lived in this house. They lived in like a 1-bedroom house or something by a lake.
Yeah.
Or a river. But the funny thing about her is that there was this town hall, I think she called them. Like everyone called her the like town hall. And then
The town ho,
yeah. And then I guess she wanted to look like the town ho. Whereas like when like other people saw the town ho, they were like, ew. But she was like, I want to be the town. I want to look, because she just looked like slate bomb. So she was like, I want to be the town ho.
Isn't she? That's what she bases all of her like. You know, she's so over the top and like. All of, like the giant wigs, like she just wants to be like that type of vibe.
I know, that's so cool
that,
to me.
Didn't she say like she told her mom like, I want to be like that girl, like the town hoe, and she was like, oh, that girl's trash. And then she said, well, I want to be trash when I grow up.
Oh yeah, she did say something like that. I remember that.
That's so fun, like just making the goal, like I want to be trash when I grow up. That's my whole life.
I know, just have the low expectations.
I know.
So something that I was surprised about Dolly Parton, and I think this was also with Carrie Underwood. I feel like this is a lot of country stars. They started their whole like journey when they were like in their teens. So like when she was like young in her teen years, she was like singing on radios. So like when I was researching these country stars that were like singing on radios and stuff, is that
singing on radios?
No, it's like they would like go on radio stations and like talk and sing, I guess. But is that more of an olden days thing? Not olden days, but like. We've passed that. I wouldn't say olden days, but like...
Well, just like no one's ever going to launch their music career from singing on radio stations because like you'd have to get big on TikTok or something, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be singing on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. It's more of just like a bigger scale, I guess. But yeah, so then she moved to Nashville the day after her graduation. And then something else I wanted to... Oh, I didn't know this. She was originally set to be a bubblegum pop star. But
Really?
she didn't want to be that. But then a record label, after they released a few singles and they didn't like do quite as good as they thought, they let her take the path of being a country star.
Oh my God, I didn't know. I watched her whole documentary on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
It's so good. And also, like, she got married, I'm pretty sure, when she was in high school, like, really young. Or, like, but she, like, hid it from the public for some reason that she was married.
Oh, because she wanted to be known as, like, single?
I think she just, like, was really private, and he was so private. And also, I guess she wanted to be, like, oh, yeah, like, Dolly Parton, single girl.
There's something else I wanted to research about her because I just find this so interesting. Because I feel like this never happens anymore. And I just wouldn't ever picture it to happen. She has her own theme park called Dollywood. That's literally effing insane. A theme park after you. And
I want to go to that.
Yeah, so it has a dinner theater, Dolly Parton Stampede, the Waddle Park, a dream spa and resort. And it's the 24th most popular theme park in the U.S.
I want to go to Dollywood. I don't even think it's that far from, like, us.
Wait, it's in Nashville, right? Like somewhere.
I never have been to Nashville.
I haven't either. It sounds
I have to
fun
take a
go.
trip there. Oh my God, the Bro Show takes Nashville. And we go to Dollywood and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
And wear cowboy hats while filming the podcast.
And we can like learn more about country music, and we can like email the record people and be like, can you teach us?
I'm gonna get like an upcoming country star and be like, so like, what is it? I kind of bully them. Like, do you even think you're actually gonna make it?
I'd be like, this word is tough.
And then have them sing and be like, nah.
That'd be so funny
Oh,
if like
it'd be funny.
if us two like I honestly I've said this before, but I don't really know what good singing is. If I got to judge someone and be like, nah, you're getting kicked out.
Oh, that'd be funny if they say like, yeah, I'm an upcoming country star. He's like, okay, give us an original song. He's like, that ain't it. Like, that ain't gonna work. We literally know nothing. These days we're all shopping online, aren't we? And you know, we don't really like shopping in real life as much. It's all just on the web, the World Wide Web. And when you're shopping online, you see that promo code, that little promo code area at checkout, and it taunts you because you never have a promo code. But thanks to Honey, this podcast sponsor, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 stores, and those stores range from anything from tech and gaming products to super popular fashion brands and even food deliveries. So Honey will most likely find a promo code for you.
So this is how Honey works. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. It could be whatever. When you get to the checkout, the Honey button drops down and all you have to click is apply coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. A few weeks ago, I was looking at plates, glassware, and all that stuff, and I used Honey, and I got a few bucks off. So thank you, Honey, for that. You really got my back.
Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings, sis. It's literally free. It installs in a few seconds, and by getting it, you're doing yourself a solid and supporting the Bro Show. We'd never recommend something we don't use, and you can get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Lucas and Jacob. That's joinhoney.com/Lucas and Jacob.
Thanks for sponsoring this podcast, Honey. We just took a bathroom break, because you know when you drink coffee, you have to pee all the time.
Oh, yeah, like that's it. I don't know if this is normal, but yeah, when I drink coffee in the morning, I pee like every 15 minutes for like 2 hours.
That's why, like, if I'm planning on like going on a walk or something, I just can't drink coffee before. Else I just need to pee my bowels out everywhere.
Oh, yeah, it's just a mess. That's why road trips always stressed me out. Because I remember that one time we went to Disneyland with my friend in LA was driving us to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And like she was so annoyed because we had to stop so many times. Like, I'm sorry, I have to go pee.
Oh yeah. That's what's so funny about like just getting older and stuff. I feel like you just become like more like aware of what people are thinking. Was like when we were doing that trip, I was like 16. So I just thought like this is just funny how it keeps stopping. But like I feel like once you get old, like you realize like, oh yeah, there's actually such thing as like being a dick.
I'm just making sure I don't have a bugger. Do I?
No.
Oh, thanks.
I noticed they got a rhinoplasty. I'm joking.
But so you have any other things you want to get into? If your extensive research on country.
Garth Brooks. So when I think of country, I think of Garth Brooks. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know much about him though.
But yeah, he's first of all, I looked up Garth Brooks on Spotify and Apple Music. He doesn't have any of his music on streaming platforms.
Are you kidding? That's
None
like
of
a
his
missed opportunity.
But I think it's because he's like, "Boo, I want the money. When you buy the album, give me the money."
But like I'm assuming he's already sold like 100 million albums. Like, sis, put it on streaming.
Oh yeah, he's sold like so many. But yeah, it's not on streaming platforms. I put another bullet point was he's famous as F, and something about Garth Brooks, not to take away from him because he's an icon, but he's married to Trisha Yearwood, which is his Food Network style. Well, sometimes I watch her show, and the last episode that I watched, she invited a few friends on.
Yeah.
Well, basically, what I was gonna say, like, why do I act like this is so crazy?
What was it?
2021. I was gonna say she invited her gay friends on, and I was like, but I don't know.
But you're gonna say it's bad that he let gays in the house?
No. What my thing was like, I feel like maybe that's just me, but I was just thinking like country people. I don't know, but they invited.
Like you thought stereotypically they would like be homophobic.
Yeah, but they invited gay people on it. I was like, oh, that's cute and fun.
Oh, I think the country industry
but
is changing.
I was just being problematic.
I think it's like changing a bunch because like you do like think stereotypical country music like so close-minded, but like these new people like Maren Morris, Casey Musgraves, maybe there's some male country stars who do it too, but they're like really like opening it up and being like, you guys like we need to like stop.
Oh yeah, and for the longest time, this isn't real, but I thought Hunter Hayes was gay.
Oh, I think there was
made
like
that up?
I think there was like a rumor that was just fake, but Hunter
I've
Hayes
Googled
is
it
an
so many
icon.
times.
So like I think it was like 6 months ago. I just like checked his like social media. So I want to know what he's up to. I looked at his social medias and like he still like releases music, but
I know he does.
And I think he has like a girlfriend. He was like skiing or something. I was like, oh my god, go off, Hunter. But he needs to release another song like Wanted though. That song is
how does it go again?
Good.
I obviously know it. Oh, you.
I wanna wrap you up.
Oh
wanna kiss, wanna make you feel wanted. He also has another good one. He had like another hit after that. What was it? Oh, I can't think.
Yeah, I think he had like two big.
Oh,
songs
I
that
Want
know
Crazy.
Of. Oh yeah, that
Oh,
song.
those are my favorite types of country songs.
Now the next thing I googled, who's the biggest country star ever?
Yes.
And according to Rolling Stone, which I would say is for sure a legit publication source for music, is the biggest country star is Merle Haggard. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
I haven't, but he was born during the Great Depression, so obviously we wouldn't know about him. But,
I don't know her.
But yeah, he was born in Cali during the Great Depression, and I wanted to say something about this. He was born in California, which I think is kind of crazy. I thought most country singers were born in like the South or something. But yeah, country obviously doesn't. There's like country styles from like other countries and stuff. It's obviously not only that, but I just thought it was crazy.
When I did my research on the history of country, one of like the main movements of like the sound of country was from Bakersfield, California.
For real?
Yeah, which I think that's kind of like a country-ish place. Like it's not like the California you think of.
Oh yeah, so I just didn't know about that. And then also, so another thing that I read about him is that he had a troubled childhood. He was poor and stuff, but something that I thought was crazy was he listened to this guy named Jim Rogers, and I guess he was like a rock star, and he had like music that kind of sent bad messages because he was like a rock star, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess like he wanted to be like those guys, so like then he ended up in jail and stuff. But I just thought it was crazy because like this could even happen nowadays. Like if I listen to like Post Malone or something, like what if I was like, I want to be like Post Malone, and then like I go to the montage and I throw a TV out the window and I go to jail.
Yeah, that's the funniest lyric ever. Throw a TV out the montage. That's like, what if there's a kid in a stroller on the sidewalk?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if you were walking in Beverly Hills on vacation and a TV effing lands on you from up at the montage? Like, It's like, okay, now I'm paralyzed because you want to live your little rock star life.
Yeah. So I just thought it was crazy because I guess he got the bad influences from the music, and then when he became famous, those people were like, oh my gosh, if I actually lived like my music, I would be like you, and I'd be like in jail and stuff. So like,
What did he do that was so bad?
well, I think he was just like, I don't really know, but he like ended up in jail and stuff. I think he like did drugs and
Is he like a murderer?
No, I don't think that bad. But basically, I think the message was like these like people that talk about this crazy shit in the songs. I think it's mostly just a facade.
Oh yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like Post
I'm
Malone,
assuming.
Like never has thrown a TV out of the montage, but then like me, an impressionable preteen, like I'm gonna go to the montage and throw a TV out, but Post Malone doesn't even do that. It's all a facade, a character.
I know there's been so many times I wanted to be that reckless, but it turns out that he didn't even do that.
I know.
Post Malone, sis.
I'm just always influenced so deeply by like music I listen to.
I know, but yeah, so that's all I had.
Okay, cute, fun. We learned some stuff about country. Before we get into my research, I did pull up. This is by Young Troubadour. I think he's a producer.
I love how his tag is Young Troubadour.
I know, and he has a free beat on YouTube, so I'm assuming we're allowed to use this. It's called Country. Oh, it's country rap. I wanted just straight up country, but whatever, we'll deal with it. It's called Honky Tonk Heroes, and we thought we would just kind of freestyle and like see what we can come up with. Should we have an idea first before the country music? Because I feel like
We need an idea.
My favorite country music, like yes, they have the country music that isn't really about anything, just Bud Light and trucks. But I like when a country song like is deep, because you know a lot of country music like tells a story.
Oh yeah, it's about like their childhood and stuff.
You got like Strawberry Wine, for example. Like there's so many details in that song.
Oh yeah, okay. If you're any singer listening, a pop style or country style, can you guys make more music? I feel like every pop song is about being in love. You guys should make more music. You guys about stuff that isn't about love. So like
that's what country stars do, though.
Yeah, so just being happy one day and just like hanging out with a friend or something.
Or even like the Miranda Lambert song, "The House That Built Me," just all about like her childhood house, and like she has all these details, like we buried our dog in the backyard and all this stuff, and then like now it's just like I wish I could go back, but like someone else lives there.
Oh yeah,
like boy, there needs to be a pop song about that stuff like that.
And then also, this isn't country, but if you want to listen to a song that tells a story, Lana Del Rey, White Dress. When I was a waitress working the
down
night.
in the Men in Music Business Conference.
I always sounds like she's saying down at the Metamucil, like the shit pills.
Oh yeah, I love that song, White Dress. I still haven't listened to any other songs from the album though.
Same. I feel like I don't know why I haven't, but yeah, I haven't either. Okay, so yeah, we need to come up with a theme, like you said. That's for sure the best idea.
So what's like an idea? Like it has to be kind of about family, like something like deep that everyone can relate to around the country, in the whole country, in the whole world.
Yeah, because we want this to go number one. We aren't just like doing this for fun.
Yeah, we want to come up with a relatable type song. Like I don't want to do, oh, I'm bragging. It has to be like every household in America can relate to this song in some way. Let's think. Maybe about a dog dying?
Oh, it could be growing up, coming home from school, and then just like making fun out of nothing. Like, so you had toys and stuff, but just like having fun out of the bare minimum, because I feel like that
bare minimum. That sounds like a good country song. It's like they always are all about like going back to basics.
Yeah, and like even this could relate to so many people, because obviously there's so many kids that have so many toys, but when they look back at their childhood, it'd be like, it was so simple. So like basically the whole idea is just like we made fun out of nothing.
Oh yeah,
that's like the whole idea should be.
That Miranda Lambert has a song about that.
She did.
I forgot what it's called.
You're totally Miranda Lambert.
It's just all about like back to like when like stuff was more simple. I forgot what the song is called though, but
yeah, that's for sure been done a lot of times. But
oh my god, that scared me when I didn't know I clicked the button.
So is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I don't. You can just start it.
No, what should it be about? We need
No, that's good. Just like back to simple times.
Okay.
Oh,
we had to start at the beginning though. So like,
really?
You can let.
Okay. So yeah, this is Young Troubadour. Check out his YouTube channel.
We're gonna do the full 3 minutes, guys. We just need to back up.
Maybe like a minute.
No, the full 3 minutes.
I just want to be able to click off because
my voice is gonna be a minute.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But just don't click off because like maybe we'll talk. We'll still talk after, or you can just fast forward. Okay, here's the song called "Back to Basics." That should be the title.
Okay.
Yo. Back to basics.
I was just 8 years old when I arrived to second grade. I remember being in love with the teacher. It felt like a dream. I took everything I had for granted. I never sold a dime of anything. I went home and I had so much fun on the farm.
Back to basics. Back to basics is what I'm about. Back to basics. When all we had was just a small house. Back to basics on the farm. Cows in the backyard. Didn't ask for much. Cause we were just back to basics. Yeah.
Now, when I look back, all this money and fame acquired, sometimes I think it wasn't worth it. All this money and fame did nothing to me. Back to the basics.
Yeah. I got this record label in Nashville, trying to control my every word. Trying to tell me I need to release a record by June? Back to basics. Okay, we're done.
For some reason, I started out cool, but then I got embarrassed for some reason. I don't know why.
I didn't feel that till the very end.
I got embarrassed.
I'm proud of my chorus.
Like, okay, my first verse was kind of good, but then I feel like I kept on repeating famous and wealthy, and then it just like got repetitive.
You got stuck in it.
Yeah,
but like I feel like if we sat down with the country producers, like that would be a hit, at least top 20 in country.
Yeah, like I do agree with that, but maybe not my voice. But like your voice is country. But I feel like I haven't mastered my country voice yet.
Yeah, but I like the idea you said of like now this country star is all famous and wealthy, but he's like, I just wish I could like sell this mansion, sell my Ferrari, and like ditch my wife who's using me for my country fame and just like go back to basics.
I noticed. F the fame.
F the fame, F the money.
Young and bad.
But yeah, if any country stars are listening, feel free to take that whole idea.
Oh yeah, totally down. If I hear it on the radio, like I am gonna email you and say like, we came up with that. I'm joking, even though it's obviously not an original idea.
Okay, so like I said, sort of researched just the backstory of country and shit. That's literally the title of this note. Backstory of country and shit. So basically, I did like such broad research. Like I'm explaining what country music is. I said it's banjos, harmonicas, fiddles, and I guess in the 1940s, people referred to it as just simply hillbilly music.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, that's like how it kind of started. Was like, oh, just hillbilly music, because it's just like it's kind of what it sounds like, just like stereotypical.
Oh yeah, just driving through the country.
So yeah, all the credit for everything I'm gonna say is credit to liveabout.com. Liveabout.com. So basically the origins of country music can be found in recordings it's from the 1910s from the Southern Appalachian fiddle players. That's how country music started.
But so it's actually not that old. Oh,
I know.
Is that like the? I'm assuming like that's like the first like dated one where they actually like wrote it down.
Yeah, like maybe it was existed way before, but who knows? But
so back in ancient Greek, it was like about
Oh yeah, but I guess most people think the first ever country star was Jimmy Rogers, and he's like even referred to as the father of country music. He was the first ever person to sell 1 million singles in country music with his song Blue Yodel, #1. But actually, according to this website, before Jimmy Rogers, in 1922, Eck Robertson, he was signed to Victor Records, and he actually was the first country singer. Apparently.
What's his name?
He released the first ever commercial country record, Eck Robertson. And yeah, but then Jimmy Rogers and the Carter family, they're like when country music like really went, like everyone knew about it.
Oh yeah, mainstream AF.
And Jimmy Rogers, his #1 song, his like really hit song, Blue Yodel #1. I just wanted to read the lyrics.
I know. I was actually gonna ask what it's about. I'm glad that
these are some lyrics I pulled from Google. I'm gonna buy me a pistol, just as long as I'm tall. I'm gonna buy me a pistol, Lord, just as long as I'm tall. I'm gonna shoot poor Thelma, just to see her jump and fall. Sir?
Wait, so
you're just gonna shoot Thelma? One? I think, it's just about, I'm going to shoot Thelma. It's like, okay. And was the biggest song ever. So I guess
maybe it has an alternate meaning. It's like a metaphor or something.
Yeah, maybe Thelma just really did him dirty. I mean, even if she did, like, you shouldn't shoot someone. But we don't know the origin of the song anyway. But yeah, then yeah, I just kept going on music. That's the end.
That's the end of the
No,
story?
I'm kidding. I guess what really got it big was in the 1930s and 1940s. There were a lot of cowboy movies that just were giant blockbuster hits. And people who were country singers would be in these movies as cowboys. And much of the great country music from like the 1930s and 40s was from movies. Like it was songs written for the movie soundtrack. So when the movie would be a hit at the box office, then they would release the album.
And the soundtrack would also be a hit?
Yeah, so it's like sort of like they're saying country music thrived because of the cowboy films.
Oh, something else I wrote down. This reminded me of it. This is absolutely insane. I feel like no one's going to do this anymore. I feel like it's the thing of the past. Dolly Parton had 51 studio albums, and that isn't including like other soundtracks she did. That's just whole studio albums.
That's crazy.
51, like even with like the big, like how many albums does someone like Madonna have? I'm guessing like 20, but like that's still a F ton, but like that's crazy.
How did she even release that many?
I'm guessing like for like so many years she was just releasing like 2 albums a year or something.
That's crazy. Go Dolly. But I guess in 1942, Ernest Tubb became an overnight sensation, and he created the honky tonk type of country music, which I guess honky tonk country music, even though it was made in 1942 by Ernest Tubb, it's still a hit today. And they said if you go to like any country bar, like any sort of establishment that plays country music, like you'll always hear honky tonk music. And I guess it's basically
the one that I know is the honky tonk.
Oh, yeah, the donkey donk. I guess honky tonk country music is like when there's a fiddle and you sing with like a nasally country voice. You're like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I guess, and I typed in like, what's a modern honky tonk song? And I guess God Bless the USA is a honky tonk song.
How does that go?
God bless the USA. That song, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Because like back then we thought all the other countries weren't free.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a modern honky tonk song. And then I guess in the 50s and 60s, a Nashville sound is what they called it, came up, and like kind of it was all about like being polished, and like it was sort of like the industry of Nashville like took the honky tonk sound and like kind of made it like an just like they commercialized it.
Oh, it was more mainstream.
Yeah, so
everyone could enjoy.
A lot of people thought those people with the Nashville sound were like selling out. So I guess then in the mid 70s, like a bunch of people were like, we aren't gonna do like this dumb polished Nashville sound, and that's where Willie Nelson came from. And they were just like, we're just gonna be outlaws. And yeah, they the Outlaws gave country music the timely kick in the pants it desperately needed.
Oh.
But yeah, I wrote down so much stuff, but like now reading it, like I feel like it's not interesting to the listeners.
But something that I do want to do now is watch a old Western movie.
Oh yeah, cowboy movie.
Yeah, because what I think of is like the sheriff with a gun, like just in his vehicle. But that I don't know if that's what's happening. Is that what the typical one was or not?
Oh yeah, so I'll just fast forward through like all of the 60s and 70s, and it said in the 90s is when women finally started killing it in country.
Wait,
like
it
I
took
guess
that long?
Like I guess Reba McEntire started in the 80s, I think, but for the most part, like no women. I guess Dolly Parton. But maybe there were few and far in between.
Yeah.
But I guess the 90s is when like women like really were like took country by a storm. But even though there are so many women in country now, like a lot of people still think it's not enough. And if you look at the top 10 country songs, like
it's usually men.
It's mostly dominated by men. So they think there still needs to be a lot of stuff. And also there's a race issue in country music. The genre has had a complicated history with regard to race in the USA. And even in 2021, like the Dixie Chicks took Dixie out of their name. Lady Antebellum took Antebellum out of their name. And I guess technically Lil Nas X would be considered like the first ever gay country star with Old Town Road.
Oh yeah, because that is technically a country song, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, and I guess it simultaneously charted on the Billboard Hot 100, the Hot R&B songs, and the Hot Country. But then Billboard quietly removed it from Hot Country because they said it wasn't embracing enough elements of today's country music. But and Lil Nas
Didn't
X
that
said,
get like a lot of people disagreeing though and backlash?
yeah, because Lil Nas X even said he was extremely disappointed by the decision. And in an interview, Time reporter Andrew Chow brought up Billboard's decision to remove Old Town Road from the country chart, but to keep it on the R&B chart, asking Lil Nas X if he considered Old Town Road a country song. And Lil Nas X said it, the song is country trap. It's not one, it's not the other, it's both. It should be on both charts.
That's my favorite, like, songs and albums. I love an album. There's so many albums that I can think of where it's not only one song type of music. They have, like, pop music, country music. They have, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Lemonade by Beyonce has a country song, Daddy Lessons. And then, like, and then even, like, there's just so many albums that, like, it doesn't have to be country. They have, like, pop, R&B, hip-hop,
Yeah.
just everything mixed.
But who makes those decisions? Like, we're saying, like, oh, Old Town Road isn't a country song. Because isn't it the same thing with the Grammys where, like, Drake was mad because Hotline Bling, I think he said, like, this is a pop song, but they still put it on the R&B rap. And he was like, is it just because of, like, the color of my skin that it's not a pop song? You know what I mean?
I know,
It's like
I
they
don't-
divide the music by race.
Yeah, when it's actually, it's
But
not
who-
even about the sound of the music.
Wait, so, like, who even does that? Is that Billboard and the Grammys? Or, like, who's even doing that?
Yeah, like, I'm assuming it's just the people that work for them.
Yeah, so country has a long ways to go in those regards. But then I just had like the top crossover hits in the last decade, like songs that crossed over to mainstream. Because a lot of times country songs, like, they stay in the country world. But
Okay, one that I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's on the list. What is that one? Dan and Shay song called?
Oh,
The one that
Tequila.
Is that on this list?
yeah, that's on it.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Tequila by Dan and Shay. That's for sure a crossover hit. Maren Morris Bones, which we talked about earlier.
Hit.
Body Like a Back Road by that one guy.
Oh, yeah.
Body like a back road. Like, that was such a hit on every radio station. Also, on that Kane Brown song, you know, it was like, I don't know what it was.
It goes like, sometimes it's hard to be like that. And
Been the wrong time at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Getting around the line
That
at
song
the
is
wrong
good.
time.
Like, that's country. Like, that's the perfect sound of, like, country mainstream. Like,
Yeah, I
country
feel like
pop.
that was sort of like mixed with like EDM or something.
Yeah, it was like like in my mind, it's like country with like a twist of like because when I think of country music, I think like slower, but they like made it fast paced.
Oh yeah, and then the Gabby Barrett songs, the He Cheats. That's obviously a giant crossover. BB Rexa, Meant to Be.
Oh my gosh, she's so interesting. She has like country songs and also pop songs.
Like, I feel like after that song, she should have just been a country. Obviously, she might just like pop music more, but she should have just been a country singer.
Yeah, I feel like she fits so well in.
Yeah, like she has like the perfect everything for that.
Yeah.
But also another crossover hit, If I Die Young by the band Perry. That song is like giant.
Oh, it's
If I
so
Die Young.
like whenever I hear it, it just gives depressing vibes to me because it just
I
reminds.
know.
I just feel like I'm like, I don't know, just dying young.
Very mean, and what you say? Very mean casket.
They me done. So
Okay, that's it. Sink me in the river.
I wonder when they
at
wrote that song.
dawn.
Is it about like actually if I die young, or is it just like, oh, like did they? I don't know.
I don't really know what the meaning behind that song is.
Because when I picture them writing, I don't think they are thinking like if I die young. Like, I don't know if like they like were thinking. I don't know. It could be about so many things.
I
you
think
know?
it was like kind of about like appreciate people like while they're alive. Because said like once people die, like how can we take them so much more seriously?
Oh yeah, that's such like yeah.
Also another giant crossover country hit in like the last 10 or so years. Lady Antebellum, Need You Now. It's a quarter after one. I'm a little drunk.
Not need
You now. But yeah,
And then
that's all my
another one-
research basically.
And then another one that wasn't on that list was Stuck Like Glue. I think it's by Sugarland. Me and you, baby,
yeah.
are stuck like glue.
Yeah, so
They do.
every now and then a country song crosses over. And yeah, that's basically all the research I did.
My dream is for our music to mash up. Like I just want everything to just like mash up because it's so fun when people like mix stuff for music and
yeah.
for it just one single or an album or something.
Yeah, that's true. That is cool. But yeah, we just wanted to do a little bit of research on that because we grew up in the country and just wanted to learn more about the music genre.
Yeah, I would say I did learn stuff today. Like, I didn't really know that much.
Oh yeah, I
About
learned some stuff
country.
too. But yeah, is that it then?
Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
You have a great rest of your weekend stuff. We love you. Thanks for listening. And I think we're going to go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.